Hey everyone, we are back with another Guild War banger. Today we're fighting against Lucidus, another Europe guild. They have been quite high up. I believe they were in the top 32 as well. But it's preseason, so I'd wager they don't really try hard. Nonetheless, today is our Notos showcase video. So no quick battles for today. I'll be manualing all 3 battles. Let's see what we can pull off. Let's get right to it. For our first attack, we'll be going against San Miku. Round 1, we've got Bystander Fire, Yulha and Genesis Ras, or Stunus Yulha. So we'll be going with the classic Ilanav. We've got Frieren, who solos this team, basically, and Lone Crescent Bellona. So I'm showcasing 3 units here in this entire comp, or in this entire round. Round 2, Setsuka, Frieren, and Lady of the Scales. This is the perfect showcase for Notos. So we'll be going with super slow. We're bringing our own house city. We're bringing Notos, and we're bringing Zeno, one of the other units who got buffed in a recent buff patch. So round 1, the goal here is we don't care. I might actually lose both Ilanav and or Bellona if things go awry. So be it, honestly. I think I have a second enough anyway. Yeah, I do. So, no, I don't. I don't, but the N also works. Nevertheless, Bellona got an EE recently as well as a buff. So the EE just increases the damage, and she just also does injuries now. The immunity moved from the S1 to the S3, which is kind of I don't like it personally, but she deals super much damage nowadays. And she injures, which is very cool. And that injury is going to help us defeat this team. Round 2, Zeno got a buff. Zeno's passive now decreases evasion by 50%. This doesn't mean if a unit is, say, has elemental advantage, such as Frieren against Zeno, Zeno will still miss 50% of the time against Frieren, because natural elemental disadvantage or evasion buffs do not really care. So if you have an invasion buff, there's still a 20% chance that Zeno will miss, I believe. However, the good part is we cannot miss on both Setsuka and we cannot miss on Lady of the Scales, which are the important parts. This applies only to Zeno, Notos, and Harsetti cannot miss any of the 2 units as long as Zeno is alive. That's why my Zeno is rather tanky. He's not really built for DPS, as you can tell. I could go slower even, but I feel like this should be a good middle ground. And yeah, the goal here is going to be, I should be showing my Notos. So this is my Notos, standard stuff, immunity and warfare set. Warfare set super mandatory. I could forego on the immunity set here because it doesn't do much, honestly, but it's fine, I suppose. And my I said I put a Crown of Glory. She's on injury, HP sets, that other stuff, honestly. I got my book from Zeno, so I can soul burn the S2 from Notos into each one of them here. Potentially first to die is going to be Scales. Then I'll one-tap the Frieren, and lastly, Setsuka's going to go. That's the plan. I believe it should work out. Let's just quickly move out and see if the tower is still alive, but it should be because it's rather healthy. Perfect. Let's go in and find out how we fail. And I'm assuming that Yulha is going to go first, which is whatever. She's going to boost Ras. Ras going to S2, S3 into Bellona, but Bellona is on immunity because our Ilanav, I forgot to show Ilanav stats, but Ilanav is on Bastion of Kalusha for immunity. We did not, what's it called, dodge, but that's fine. We countered though, which is very nice. So we put some injury onto us. We take virtually no damage. We proc, we do a lot of injury here, which is very cool. Eyeless 3 into Bystander here, even though she might counter and do a lot of damage to us, but it's gonna be whatever. She did in fact not counter. I just go for it, whatever. It's just S3. Maybe we can kill off the bystander in the process. That'd be great. I mean, it's 50% pen. We did kill. Very nice, very nice. Let's S3 into Genesis Ross, and we'll then S1 into Yulha. They should clean up the Yulha for the most part, I believe. Our Bellona is now Omega tanky. Yeah, Proof of Valor, no chance against Soulburn from Freering. Yeah, that was very nice and clean. This Ross is basically dead. Holy shit, that damage. That's Soulburn. What does Soulburn do? Oh yeah, inflicts injury, even more injuries and more damage. 12k. That's pretty good. We also healed up quite a bit, thanks to the RD. So good stuff. Just as Ross comes back, he's basically full injured at this point. We did not dodge. We did dodge. We Troc. Troc's gonna do 6k. That's really good. I'm not gonna lie, this Bellona unit, I mean, the S3 is almost ready again. So let's Soulburn this, finish this up. 12k, really nice damage. Bellona is so good nowadays, and my gear on Bellona is really, really bad. So, yeah. Alright, let's check out the... Oh, yeah. We've got the worst possible rotation for us. I suppose we can... just chip away. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We death broke, which is nice, I suppose, but doesn't really matter. I'd rather stun. Yeah, I'm stunned. Oh well. We're blinded, but we are... I don't really particularly like the blind, because we can actually miss here. I'll just do this. We did not miss, that is ideal. So now Freedom pushes up, she has freeze. I don't believe this kills my Zeno. Brackets, I hope. It killed my Zeno. So we can actually miss from now on, which is very bad. We will also lose our Hersetti, but that's probably fine because Notos is a beast. So I know from several videos that a miss doesn't kill with Soulburn on Freer. Maybe we kill through 70% mitigation when we hit. We did not hit. Maybe we hit. We did. Maybe we hit. Because if we don't hit, we're in trouble. Loki. Actually, Loki not. But yeah, Notos soloed this. It's Loki bad that Zeno died because I only have one. But I have a secondary city, so I don't care about her city. But that her city showcase did not work. I hate her city. Like, the one unit I wanted to go second went last. It's always the same with her city. I hate this unit so much. Alright, let's move on to the next attack. Alright, second attack of the day against the Rain. Round 1, we've got Skull Nurse Yoha, Genesis Ross, and Belian. Round 2, Setsuka, Hersetti, and Notos. So our first attack against a Notos defense. I'll start with round 2 here. So one of the comps that should be safe in theory is Aram, Samafwa, and Hekat. My Hekat on standard build. Technically speaking, I should be giving her a hit chance already. Where is it? This one. I mean, this increased crit hit chance, which is but it's fine. This one works too. We're gaining 2 souls from Aram because she's on Bird's Eye View. So Aram is on a protection set build, so we don't hopefully take too much damage here from her city's S3. My Samafwa full on damage with Symbol of Cringe. We still have a 10% chance to miss on both Hersetti and Notos. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna hate it. But what can you do? Round 1. Now, there should be another Notos showcase, so Yulha is going to go first. She's gonna most likely push Genesis Ross. If she pushes Belian, that's even better for us. This time, I do have my Imperial Illalaf on Aureus and Protection Immunity. This was also the same build as before. I forgot to show it though. Last match she was on Bastion of Pelusia. Now she's on Aureus. So she's on immunity, which is the most important part for any of these two. My mate Chloe is on my standard RTA build. She has 200 ER, so there's no chance that anybody is going to debuff her. And then lastly, we've got the same Notos build as before, Warfare set and Immunity set. So everybody's virtually on immunity other than mate Chloe, but mate Chloe is not going to get debuffed. I am willing to die on that hill. And yeah, it should be safe. Brackets, I hope. Let's make sure nobody is attacking. Because, well, let's see, Swordstorm, Ilha, Notos, Holy Sack. Yeah. We put that on, yeah. Symbol, yeah. We're gonna see how safe Symbol is, my friend. And I'm gonna post that video too. I believe it was Nylon. Yeah, Symbol is not safe. Alright, Storm Sword Yulha. I'm rather fast, so this is a faster-ish blind, I would say. Okay, it goes into blind, which is even better for us. We mitigate that damage by 50% through mate anyway. Yeah, for resist, as expected. Now, because my Notos is going second, there is 0 point to S3 here. We stunned. Very nice. So let's S3. Everybody loses their buffs, including Belian. Technically speaking, it's kind of worthless to S3 here. So I'll just go for the S1 because the S3 is indomitable. Yeah, it's a standard undispellable buff, so there is no point to. Let's just go for this S1. We cannot be debuffed here, but we keep our fat perks of just being super tanky and just not dealing much damage. Yeah, looks fine. Looks fine. She's gonna do her stuff. We push. Let's injure the Ross. Let's kill the Yulha because she's on Storm Sword. Perfect. We can stun Ross. Oh, not now, right though. Let's S1, the Ross. That's quite a lot of damage, honestly. She procs, but we can't be debuffed. We push. This Notos unit is not balanced, I'm telling you guys. Alright, let's S1. Now, because the Belian is faster, and I'm most likely going to lap with mate Chloe here, we should be doing this. Oh yeah, wait, we did not kill. No, we killed. Holy, that Belian was tanky. But yeah, there's no chance that my Elenov gets debuffed here. And yeah, now it's just a waiting game. I mean, this Genesis Rust cannot win. That is free because now we are allowed to have buffs again and debuffs for that same matter, but this Rust is dead. Very nice and clean. This Notos unit is actually super, super strong. Now, let's see the reverse. So, S3. And yeah, this was what I'm talking about. Like, look at this horse heady difference. My horse heady was so bad that my units went last. But this horse heady has the enemy team go first Setsuka and then Notos. Like, can we not, game? Begin? Alright, let's see a hit on Notos. Okay, we hit. I don't need to hit necessarily here, but it'd be better. Because we don't hit. Okay, perfect. Now the thing that I'm wondering is, does this dispel? Blah blah, blah blah. It does not. It does not matter. I will reset her cut, and I know from previous arena fights that my cut deals 27k HP damage, soul burn on this S3. Now we also have these the exploit weakness buff or whatever it's called, so we should be dealing more than enough damage. Yeah, perfect, nice and clean. Whew. I was sweating there, but double hit solves all problems. All right, let's move on to the last attack. All right, final attack of today against Habak. Round 1, Renak, Sharoon, Genesis, Raz. We'll be going with Lady of the Scales. She's going to be on Soul Constellation already for more ER. I don't think that ER is going to do much here, but good up. Then we've got Amiki on a counter immunity build. Amiki should survive anything here. And then we've got Notos on the same build you just saw 2 times already. The plan here is Amiki has 2s, Amiki has 3s. This procs the Lady of the Scales passive, if I'm not totally mistaken. Then Sharoon is 3s. She dispels most likely. Then uses her damage to proc the actual Amiki passive, which dispels the unbuffable, etc., so that I'm safe. And then most likely Ras comes in, or Notos. I believe Notos should take a turn first. In which case, that'd be bad, because Amiki then dies like a dog. And then I'm dead. Actually, I'm not dead. No, I'm actually not dead. But I'm fairly certain that both Amiki and Lady of the Scales will die. But that's about it, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah. I guess. We'll see. Now that I think about this, I don't think this wins. I think this actually loses. This high key loses. The super high key loses even. Now that I think of it. Let me quick calc. I should have mathed this out beforehand. So 154 divided by how much was the push again? Does it say here? Blah, 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 blah. Penetrate, penetrate. No, I don't care. It's probably in this. And combat readiness by 30. Okay, divided by 0.7. That's 220. So Amiki pushes ahead of Notos, so I can S3 into Sharoon, and then I practically don't care what... Yeah, okay, this should work. Bottom team, we've got Lady of the Scales, Harsetti, and Notos. Same comp as before, this time no evasion. So my Hwyong is on the regular build, on Summer Photogenic. I don't know who has the highest defense here, and honestly, I don't even care. And then we've got a cut on standard build. She's on front of the Blue Rose. It's my standard RTA already, so we can soul burn reliably, but we don't need the souls here. And then we've got Aram on release imprint and protection set. So same stuff. Now that I think about this, I still believe round 1 loses. Let's check whether this tower is still alive though, because I know somebody was attacking. Okay, it's still one more attack. Holy Sack Ras. Oh, Holy Sack Ras. Holy Sack Ras. Okay, buddy. We'll see, I suppose. That makes things a little bit awkward, I believe. Alright, so just as expected, the outcome here. Actually, now that I think of it, I might cut with Renard. Yeah, I will for sure cut the Ras here. Notos does not get any CR push. Let's not forget about that. So Amiki for sure cuts, which is good. And then we'll see about the rest, I suppose. Alright. Yeah, there's the Amiki proc, as I mentioned. Yeah, we'll kill off the Sharoon here, so we have one less target to worry about. And let's fire this into Genesis Ras. We are going to S3 now to get rid of all these debuffs. Oh yeah, that was this part of all of this. Very nice. Alright, so Ras kills off Amiki here. Ras also kills off my Scales in this case, but he should not be killing off Notos, not by a long shot. All right. So how are we gonna do this? We are going to kill off. Actually, I don't need to soul burn this, so let's just regularize 2 into Renak, because we're gonna for sure lap the Ras. Perfect. Let's hope this kills Ras. It for sure will. Okay, it's reversal set 2. We super lap and we kill. Perfect. Okay, nice and clean. Yeah, we lost Amiki and we lost Scales, but it's whatever. As expected. Okay, cool. Nice. That worked. A little more jankier than I hoped it to be, but it worked out. Okay. We got the worst possible rotation again, to nobody's surprise. It's only when it's the left side that it's not working. Alright, Notos is highest defense. We soul burn. We most likely kill off the entire enemy team here. Yep. Virtually. That's a 3 because it looks pretty cool. And that was a very nice and clean 3-0 of the day. Yeah, very nice. Very nice. Let's wrap it up for today. That wraps up today's Guild War. 3 very successful, well, 2.5 very successful showcases. Bellona absolutely crushing it. Same as Notos. Notos super, super strong. Like, I had my doubts against that Amiki, not Amiki, that Renak game, but he absolutely murdered that team. So that was really good. Low-key disappointed by my Zeno, but then again, it was against Frieren, and I believe Zeno versus Frieren is a losing position, but we still won that game thanks to Notos. So at the end of the day, it was kind of whatever. Notos carried us through all these games, so to say. Really strong unit. I'm absolutely not looking forward to playing against Notos in the next RTA season, but I believe I'll find a way eventually against him so that I'm not forced to ban him every game, because I still want to ban Rossetti and Zio next season so I can just hyper aggro without worrying and just speed race everybody. But yeah, good showcase, good showcase. No accidents today. So thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful rest of the evening, morning, afternoon, wherever from. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll see each other on Monday again for the next Guild War. Bye bye.